What's up, guys? This is Crypto James talking to you today about Nervos Network, or Nervos Network, or Nervous Network. I think it's Nervos Network. I think can still do certainly some gains in the next bull cycle. One thing I really liked about Nervos was they marketed really well. Now it happens that this is a really strong layer 1 project with a really good community vibe to it. And they're trying to grow the ecosystem pretty damn well. They've got some really unique approaches to token economics that I want to cover as well, because they're less bothered about transaction speed than they are storing the value of the network. I want to talk about all of that. Before I get into it though, guys, if you are new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel, and I was buying these cryptos up in those videos. I was showing everyone why that I thought these coins had significant profits, and they did. You know, if you'd popped in $100 into these coins when I released the videos and then sold in just under 18 months, your profit from that $2,600 investment in total would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand, which is not bad, right? Now, I sold all of these, and then, you know, since the market crashed, I've been buying up new coins. And I share the coins that I'm getting in on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I buy a coin, I go onto my site and I tell my members what coin I'm buying, why I'm buying it, what kind of profits I think that coin can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in. So there's actually no work for the members. We have over 3,000 members on the site now, and that's because of, you know, some of the big wins that we've had. And if you're interested in seeing them, if you go on to copymycrypto.com, you'll see the members there sharing their successes. You'll see the things that I've said. You know, there's a few videos. And everything on the site is public record. You can go onto the history of this channel and you can literally just go through the videos and confirm everything that you've read. And you can make a decision if it's something that you would like to try, because fundamentally, copymycrypto.com is where I do all the work. I do all the thousands and thousands of hours worth of research, and I share why I'm getting in on stuff with the members. I also share when I'm selling my coins, so there is legitimately no work for any member, and they make the exact same profits I do. If that sounds good to you, go to the site now. The link is in the description, and you can check it out. Right, let's talk Nervos Network. So Nervos went up pretty well. It went up to about 4.4 cents in the last bull cycle. There are a lot of coins. There's 41 billion, nearly 42 billion coins. And there's only 600 million left to be released, which is, you know, so the majority of the supply is out. So Nervos Network, the token for that is CKB. That stands for Common Knowledge Base. Now, this is an open source public blockchain ecosystem. The goal is to create a peer-to-peer crypto economy network where users can access a ton of different services within the blockchain network. And they launched in 2019 with their sort of dual layer architecture. There's a base layer where the consensus mechanism operates and smart assets are stored, and a computation layer where transactions are processed. So the base layer, also known as Common Knowledge Base, has its own cryptocurrency called CK Byte. And it uses a proof of work consensus mechanism. So anyone that knows anything about proof of work, it's the most secure consensus mechanism you're going to find. And it is used to pay miners for keeping the network safe, managing network resources, and letting users store things on the network. The Nervos Network allows developers to create dApps that can operate on various different blockchains. Any of the network layers can be used to run both centralized apps and smart contracts. Now, the Nervos Foundation's main office is in China, and was responsible for creating the project. So that's the foundation. 3 people created the platform itself, which was Terry Tai, who developed the Yunbi cryptocurrency exchange and co-founded Thor.fm. Daniel LV, or Love, who co-founded RubyChina.org and served as the platform's CTO for both IM Token and Yunbi, and Kevin Wang, who's an engineer who provided consulting services to IBM's Silicon Valley Lab and co-founded, the launch school. So the way that this is quite unique. So actually, they put a post up not that long ago. There it is. Where they were talking about how they work. So instead of leaning on transaction fees like other layer ones, CKB's security hinges on state rent sourced from user demand for value storage on the blockchain. So this tokenomic design aptly mirrors CKB's preservational nature as a layer one, and they're pointing out layer one blockchain should prioritize value preservation and settlement over computation or transaction execution. And they believe their tokenomics of all other layer ones should echo this. And theirs, in fact, do. So this is their deep dive on their site into the tokenomics of Nervos. So it's a modular blockchain built from the ground up to ensure outstanding decentralization, flexibility, and interoperability on the base layer and unparalleled scalability on the upper layers. So it means that unlike monolithic blockchains that have transaction execution, consensus, and data availability all on the same layer, Nervos separates these into two distinct layers: the layer one comprising the common knowledge base, and the layer two made up of different high throughput networks that are optimized for scaling. To that point, unlike all other layer ones whose tokenomics are better suited for transactional platforms, CKB is the only blockchain with a tokenomic model that's optimized for a preservation-focused store of value platform. And their tokenomics, so they go through, so they've called the smallest indivisible unit of CKB the CK Shannon. So it's the same principle as a Satoshi. So the primary issuance of CKB has a finite or hard cap supply of 33.6 billion. Similar to Bitcoin's issuance, CKB's primary token issuance halves every 4 years until all primary issuance tokens are mined into circulation. This means that over the first 4 years, 16.8 billion CKB will be mined, putting the initial yearly issuance at 4.2 billion. After the first halving cycle, due sometime in November of this year, the issuance rate will drop to 2.1 billion. After the second halving to 1.05, and so on and so on. Again, like I like a halving. I think the sheer volume of tokens, I don't think that's necessarily going to make the biggest impact, though. So the way that they organize transactions is quite interesting. So they actually have a bit here. So important to understand here is that the state explosion problem isn't theoretical, but troubles all popular layer ones, as none have proper inbuilt mechanisms to curb it. For example, the global state in Bitcoin is the UTXO set, and its growth rate is effectively capped with the block size limit. However, while users are incentivized to create UTXOs efficiently, once they do it, it doesn't cost them any more to have the UTXO occupy the global state forever. This means that users can indefinitely store millions of or billions of dollars of value on the highly secure Bitcoin network. On the other hand, Ethereum charges fixed amounts of gas for inserting new values into its state storage and offers fixed amounts of gas as a transaction refund when values are removed. While this is a step in the right direction, it does little to curb state expansion, as the state's growth rate isn't bounded in any way. Moreover, Ethereum runs into the same tragedy of the commons problem as Bitcoin, as the system charges a one-time fee for expanding the state storage. As a result, over 62% of Ethereum's full nodes currently rely on centralized cloud computing providers. And obviously, that's not ideal. You don't want a cloud computer, like a cloud network, to be hacked. Potentially, Ethereum could be in deep, deep trouble if that was to happen. It would depend on which one was hacked, of course. So, Nervos solves the state explosion problem via state rent. So, what they do is they privatize the state space and introduce the secondary issuance to transfer state rent from the state occupiers to the miners or state protectors. Very clever way of getting around this. So if a user owns 1,000 CKB, they can create a cell with 1,000 bytes or multiple cells that add up to 1,000 bytes in capacity. They can then use those 1,000 bytes in capacity to store applications, states, assets, or other types of data. There's a rental. It's a clever idea. Right, before I get into a bit more, guys, if you haven't checked out our staking yet, you really should. So our staking, you get 25% returns, all in stable coins. It is a private system. It's safe. It's been up and running since 2019. There is no KYC either. They have never had an issue with any withdrawals. They've never had an issue with any staking. And it doesn't matter what you want to stake. You can get stable coin returns staking. So if you wanted to stake Bitcoin, or if you want to stake XRP, or Bitcash, or Matic, or Litecoin, or Doge, or whatever it is that you decided you wanted to stake, Ethereum. So say I wanted to stake Ethereum, I could stake 2.8 Ethereum, which is the equivalent of however many dollars. And if I staked it for a year, I would get 1,292 BUSD back, which is the equivalent of 25% of the net worth of 2.8 Ethereum. Easy to do, as simple as it gets. They have billions of dollars in liquidity spread across 12 different chains, from Binance, Ethereum, Tron, Avalanche, Arbitrum, Matic, Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Dash, and Bitcoin Cash. And you can just have a look through and see the list of liquidity that they've got on every single chain. They are doing very, very well in terms of pure liquidity. And as a result, they can utilize these liquidity pools to provide good, solid return on investments. Also, if you join up to our staking, the moment that you join, you get a $5 gift in the Rhino token. There is a link in the description to our staking that you can use if you're interested in joining. Like I say, 25% returns across a year. Pretty damn good returns. And of course, you know, that's APR. If you compound it, it only goes up. So worth checking out, guys. Back to Nervos. So Nervos, like I say, proof of work, which I like. Like I say, very different way of approaching issues within crypto. This is their, these are all the projects that are working with Nervos to try and grow the overall network. So you've got a few different developers that you can follow. And this is like the community area where, so you can just open it up and start having a look. There's proposals, they talk through airdrops, they talk through feeds. So this is the Metaphora platform. And even if you're just looking through the feeds, you can start learning about what projects are trying to build upon Nervos and how they're trying to grow this. They also, I believe, have... Where is it? No. Community fund. Yeah, so if you go directly to the community fund, you can see the DAO proposals for people that are trying to add to the overall network and try to build upon the network. And again, you know, it gives you an opportunity to learn a bit more about everything to do with CKB. Nervos Network. One thing that I particularly do like about Nervos, probably the thing I like the most about Nervos actually, is just the sheer effort that they put in terms of marketing. When they first launched, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Nervos. They had YouTube ads running, which is not easy when it's crypto related. Crypto ads, you know, pretty much get taken down off of YouTube very fast. Nervos managed to get that up and running. They had articles about them everywhere. They had a really good concept. And I'm not sure this is going to break its previous all-time high. But I do think this could run back up to about 3 cents, which is, you know, about 9x from where it is right now. But it would depend, there's a couple of things it would depend on. Like, if they market as effectively as they did last time, they will probably break their high because their marketing was outstanding. The other thing that's really important is that they grow an ecosystem pretty damn well. And as of right now, there needs some more growth there. I do feel like what we're seeing in terms of projects that have built upon Nervos is lacking a little bit, but this is a very interesting project because it's just different from what's out there right now. Particularly their approach to sort of how transaction execution. You know, they've really the fact that they've separated their layers out, the fact that they're trying to preserve a store of value within the main network. I like that. There's a real idea there. But they still need users. They still need people to actually flock to the network. And right now, that's a little underwhelming as well. So they need more users. That's why I'm sort of capping the prediction to sort of 3 cents. If they started onboarding, a few million more users, it would be a new all-time high for me. Particularly based on how they marketed last time. And if they do that again, they should have a pretty significant run. But what do you guys think? Do you think this can do more? Are you interested in the fact that they've got a very unique approach to how they're doing their layering solution? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm interested to hear what you all say. And guys, hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel. And if you want to take the work out of your crypto investing, guys, just head over to copymycrypto.com. That is the site I run where I share with the members everything I'm doing. There is no work for any member. They make exactly the same profits I do because I share every single thing I'm doing and they can copy along whenever they want. They just have to log on, watch a video, and they'll see exactly where I'm at with my portfolio. It's a percentage breakdown. It shows everything I'm doing. Anytime I add to my holdings in any coin, I let my members know what the coin is that I'm adding, what price point I'm adding it in at, what percentage of my money I'm putting in. There is complete transparency. And if you go to copymycrypto.com now, you will see some of the members that have shared their successes. You'll see the videos that I've put up. There's a lot of writing, so you'll need to take 5-10 minutes to read. But everything on the website is public record. So you can go onto this YouTube channel and watch the old videos and you can confirm everything you read. And you can see that it's all true and you can make a decision if it's something that you'd like to try out. There's a link in the description. So now this video's over, go check it out, guys. And that's it from me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.